Hey guys, how are you doing today? It's PE Gilbert, your blogger, writing consultant, and the author to the fantasy novella, The Sultan's Daughter. And today we are honoured to have an interview with Roberta Nicole, the digital CEO and a digital business strategist. Roberta is positive, insightful, and inspiring. Here is the interview. Enjoy. So tell us a bit about yourself. Where do you come from and how did this place influence you to become a digital business strategist?
Wow. So I've always worked in sales and marketing, and I come from traditional media. So while working at the TV station, I was going to school at Tulane University for marketing and advertising. So I begun to start the interview process, wanting to work for an agency. But in the area, I'm here in South Mississippi. So in the area that I was in at that time, we actually didn't have digital marketing agencies. And I always knew that I wanted to go into the digital space. Now they were moving into that space, but they were advertising agencies. And so they were looking to hire somebody like myself that would actually help build out that digital agency model. And with every interview that I came from, I just kept thinking to myself, well, if I'm gonna build out their model, why not build out my own? I just took the chance. I stayed at the TV station and I decided I was going to launch my very own digital marketing agency. And that's what I did. And it took me about 3 years because I was still working full time, but I built it to 7 figures and I focused on being able to walk away from my corporate job at the TV station, and so some of the same people that they said I would have been competition to actually helped me build my business. Some of the first people that I was able to work with was realtors and brokers in the real estate industry. So, I'm really good with meeting people. I don't meet strangers. I love people. And found myself being really good at real estate marketing. So it just took off from there. I didn't you couldn't light a candle to my networking. I was everywhere letting everybody know who I was and what I did, and it was just an exciting time for me to be building something brand new on my own. So that's how I end up coining myself the digital CEO because I knew that I wanted to be all things digital.
Wow, that is an
Yeah.
amazing story. I find it so difficult to believe that Mississippi had no digital business strategists. I mean, it's
Yeah.
incredible. That's the
Yeah.
first thing. And
Yeah.
second, that's really smart of you. You knew what you wanted, you saw a gap in the market, and you went for it absolutely, and have made yourself, as you say, the CEO of digital business strategy.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is the difference between a digital business strategist and a regular business strategist, if there is a difference?
So it's a small difference because the work is actually the same. I mean, creating strategic plans to improve profitability. That's the bottom line of a strategist and the biggest difference between a strategist and a coach. But being a digital business strategist to me is all about positioning businesses for the future, being a futurist, being focused on all things digital and also focusing on technology, like bringing artificial intelligence into the sales and the marketing process and things of that nature. So that's a bit of where it's different at because traditional strategy to me is still kind of stuck on the old systems and processes and the ways of doing sales and marketing. They're the missing pieces is the technology, is the digital, is content, being contextual, and engaging and interactive online. Some people seem to find that difficult, rather not different, but the same thing we do offline, we could do online.
What skills and experiences do you have that makes you ideal to be a digital business strategist?
So, like I said, I've been in traditional sales, marketing, and media for over 15 years, but I've been in the online space focused on helping build online businesses, visibility, and profitability for a little bit over 10 years now. Yeah, so that the what I think actually makes me be an expert in the space is I've actually helped my clients turn their business and brands around. I've helped them go from not making $0, to them reaching the goals that we actually set together. So I think those are the things that actually help me be an expert in the space. I've accomplished a couple of things for myself and for my clients.
If you can make people go from 0 to their targeted amount of money every week coming into their accounts, you most certainly do have the skills and experience to do your job very well as a digital business strategist. Well done to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You are also the CEO of Millions with Roberta. It's amazing. That's an amazing position to have. It's a great company name. I want to say that.
Thank you.
What was the spark that made you start your own company?
My perspective changed on things and my goals got bigger. And I just knew that I couldn't do them on my job, even no matter all the type of opportunities, even opportunities that I look at in other states. To me, corporate wasn't going to help me accomplish some of my big goals. The number one thing for me is freedom. And when we speak on the word freedom, of course, we need the financial aspect of it to be able to give it. But, freedom for me is this life by design. Me being able to wake up and do what I want to do as I want to do it. And that's whether I want to sit in the house, and relax. Or if I decide I want to catch a plane and go to Italy. Like, that's my goal. Wake up and be like, hey, let's go to Italy today. Let's just get a passport stamp. Let's from my phone, being able to make those, being able to make all the, the details, get all the plans and everything together, and then go. And it's because I can, because I can run my business from anywhere. That's another great thing about being all digital. I could be anywhere. I could be in Timbuktu, and as long as I can get internet, I can run my business. So for me, it's the freedom that I desire.
That's a great reason for starting your own business. That's really impressive, and you've actually done it. You haven't just talked about it, you've actually done it. And I can imagine that you do book a holiday to Italy on the spur of the moment, and you're still working while you're in Italy.
I can see that too.
I can picture you in the Vatican, seeing all the gold around you and being like, yep, I want some of that. Let's make some money now.
Yes.
You mentioned in a recent post on Facebook that many people provide courses, training, coaching, workshops, etc. So how do you differentiate your courses, training and coaching from the rest?
By being interactive. I find that, and not being codependent, everything that I've created is for people to move the needle in their business. I mean, for instance, like if you come on a masterclass of mine, it don't mean you have to need me after that masterclass. I am big on not being codependent. I truly believe in try to learn fast and execute and implement as fast as you learn. So if just that masterclass pushed you forward, so you got some of the results that you needed, then that's, I just want to be a part of people's success stories. So I think with me, and I'm not big on courses. I am big on trainings, and my thing is on-demand learning. That's what differentiates me. On-demand learning and everything that I've created being actually interactive. So it's me walking alongside you. I'm not holding your hand, but I'm working with you to help you get it done. So even virtually, I've created things where it's just like if we were at a live workshop together. I'm able to screen share like how you and I are doing right now and help my clients get something done that they may consider challenging. And I'm like, okay, let's just have a live work session and I'll show you how to do X, Y, Z. I'm alongside of my people. It's interactive, it's on demand, and you have me there like your little secret weapon.
That explains, why you're succeeding and how your courses, training, coaching, etc., is different from everybody else's. That's really good. You have also published 2 books, the Clubhouse Content Playbook and the digital CEO. What two
Yes.
things would you like people to take away after reading your books?
So with the Clubhouse content playbook, I want people to think about, it's a new shiny object. Have a strategic plan. Don't just be showing up. So I want them to think about how Clubhouse can complement what they're already offering. So including it in what people should already have a present content strategy. So if the purpose of the content playbook was to be able to add Clubhouse in your already marketing strategy and to think out the content. With the digital CEO, it's really about mindset. My goal was for people to, dig deep, know that the answers are inside them. Nobody has their secret, to success. No matter a method, a formula, a blueprint, it still starts from within. So the biggest takeaway I wanted was for people to believe bigger for themselves so they can show up bigger online. And know, even in a digital space, you can still be your authentic self, align with your purpose, and build a business, that you love, that's aligned, it's aligned with your heart. Like you really love what you're doing. The biggest thing for me with writing a digital CEO, I wanted to give people that extra push, a boost in confidence in saying you can be exactly who you are, start from exactly where you are, and come on an online space and really make your mark.
What was your lowest point, career-wise or in terms of your personal life? And how did you pick yourself up to become the person you are today?
So a part of my story, I haven't put it out yet, but I don't mind being able to share it. I am going to package it and put it out, is because it is personal and career wise. I'm glad you actually asked as well. About a year and a half ago, so I say almost 18 months ago, I went through a divorce. It was um, it was very traumatic. It was, it was ugly. It wasn't, and I lost everything. Yeah, I lost it. I mean, when I say everything, it was every single solitary. I had to move from an area. He was abusive, and once I filed for divorce, he did not want to let go. He wanted to. The traumatic experience was, while I had a protection order, he broke into the home and he destroyed everything. Yeah, he stole the money out of the bank account, joint bank account. So in December 2019, I left what was my home for 11 years with like $416. That's all I had to my name. And yeah, he was stalking and harassing me and doing so many things that all I could do was shut my place up and leave. Like we wasn't even just, I just had to load myself and my daughter, load my vehicle down with what I could take at that time and move back to my hometown with family, which is where I live now. But here's the good thing about it, because you also asked, part of the question is, how did I rise from that? I cried about 3 months, but that was it. Because once my crying was over, I started back building. I rebuilt my business. This is what I want people to know. And this is what made me write the digital CEO as well. I rebuilt my business and was back at 5 figures in less than a year. I started with a laptop because he destroyed 2 of my computers as well. All this, and this was my driver. My driver was, I know that what he wanted to accomplish was to break me down completely. Me not have anything, not my business, not my home anymore, no money, me not have anything material wise. But I just refused. I purchased a laptop for $200 from a student from off of Facebook. I had been looking for, I didn't have a laptop at the time when I came home. So I had been looking for a laptop, and I got on Facebook, and I ended up having a conversation. And, the guy was like, hey, it's practically new. I only used it one semester. I'm not in, college anymore. So I'm selling it. I purchased that laptop and I started leaving and going to my public library, cafes, just places where I could be outside of the house, feel a little bit better. I was in the gym, those type of things were morale and confidence boosters for me. And I was just like, I'm going to get my life back. I'm going to get my life back. I'm going to get my life back. So one of the platforms that helped me too, I have a master class coming up about this, was LinkedIn. I wasn't even able to be on Facebook and Instagram too much because my ex-husband was harassing me on those platforms. I even had to take down business pages and everything, Yeah, because I guess I don't even want to go into that. But at any point, LinkedIn was a really, truly game changer for me. I was able, like, one of my first clients paid me $5,000. So like those type of things were kickstarters for me to, it was, for one, like I say, it was a confidence booster. It was giving me the money to be able to implement things back into my business. And so even being all the way down to my, what you call, like you just said, my lowest. Being at my lowest now, I still didn't have to go work for anybody. I didn't have to go get a job. And I kept telling myself, if I am who I say I am, the same thing that I've already done for clients before, I could do this for myself. I reestablished myself. I say it took me about 9 months. It didn't even take a full year. If I was right back. Yeah, I had like 3 different times in 2020, I had 5-figure months. And so that's how the digital CEO and Millions with Roberta was even birthed, because Millions with Roberta, that platform is a lot. It's a lot about strategy and everything, of course, but the biggest thing is mindset, which ties to the heart, heart and everything else. So how you think and feel about yourself, how you talk to yourself, and the things that you do on a daily basis for yourself, the life and the goals that you tell yourself that you say that you want, and then the way that you work your business and work with your people. Like if I was feeling all icky, how I'm going to show it, like how me and you would be having this amazing conversation and, live interview right now. I probably wouldn't have, months ago, a year ago, I probably wouldn't have felt good enough to do it. Like, look where I was. Who am I to be doing an interview? But I can confidently do it now, even tell this story without shedding a tear. It doesn't affect me at all because I'm in a really good space. And I did it all on my own. And like I said, the thing that I'm most proud about, I didn't have to go work for nobody.
I want to say first, thank you for sharing this story with us. I am humbled that you are speaking to me about it for the first time and sharing your story here with us. Your story sounds, on the one hand, utterly traumatic, and yet on the other hand, so empowering. The term a strong, independent woman is bandied around a lot, but you embody it. Your transformation in the last year, you didn't even need a year actually, as you've rightly pointed out, has been nothing short of incredible in the truest sense of the word, because it is almost beyond believable how you've turned everything around, and in spectacular fashion.
Thank you. Thank you.
Everything you've said, I completely agree with you with regards to the mindset, how you feel on the inside, your internal confidence, and dream bigger, act bigger, achieve more, go on, do it. Rocky says that your hardest opponent is the one staring back at you in the mirror. I think you agree with that as well.
Yes.
What haven't you achieved yet that you would like to?
Becoming a multimillionaire and actually creating more millionaires. I want to make becoming a millionaire a common thing. I mean, from everything that I've studied and read, and even like recently where I've been in Clubhouse and been on a lot of, in those rooms, it really is what I don't see any different in them than anybody else. Most of millionaires and billionaires are self-made, actually. A lot of them come from You will be so amazed at some of the stories, like some of the places that they come from, the transformations that they did in their own lives. You know, everybody know and loves Grant Cardone. He's even shared, you know, he come from a place where he had to check himself before he made his first $1 million. He had to check himself in a rehab, you know, and get over alcoholism. But look at him now today, you know, look at, you know, after that. So what I get from everybody is one, like mindset and having to unlearn some things and learn some new things, making up your mind that this is what you want for yourself, and then actually start to do the adapting and adjusting and forcing yourself to grow and challenging yourself, and you know, looking at yourself in the mirror and facing your weaknesses and your strengths, and hey, what is it that I need to do to actually become who it is that I say I want to become? So I want to be a multimillionaire. What does that mean for me? What do I have to wake up and do every day? And not just down to the books and things and courses and, you know, those type of things too, but how should I be thinking? How should I be talking? Who it is that I should be around? Where should I be going? Where should I be showing up at? What should be some of my daily activities? You know, so my thoughts are like, I don't think that I'm trying to change the world. I think that I'm just trying to impact who it is that I'm meant for, like who it is, some of the messages that I have are actually for, who may listen to me and think to themselves, yeah, she right. And you know me, like I'm next, I can do this. You know, so yeah, that's it. Like that's my biggest thing. That's what I want to be able to accomplish. I want to get myself where it is that I want to be, and then I want to take my resources, my Rolodex, you know, everything that I learned along my journey. I want to turn around and give it to others.
If you could go back in time and speak with your younger self, what advice would you give her about becoming a digital business strategist and a CEO?
So I think I would tell my younger self to save more to profit, dump it back into business for job creation, and focus on team building and hiring some people that is in love with the mission of your business, you know, so they're going to go just as hard for your business as you are. I would do that more early on, you know. So that's what I would tell. That's what I would tell my young self, because with to me, with some of the best people, you can build bigger faster.
How has being a digital business strategist and a CEO changed you as a person? And which change in yourself are you most proud of?
It's changed me a lot, and I think what I'm most proud of is patience and being more laid back. I used to be, I think, like a high stressor because I didn't want to mess up, you know. And even when especially once I had built everything, where I had the nice office, I had people working for me, you know, my clients, everything was consistent. My name had got, you know, I had the reputation locally. So I found myself stressing though, almost and falling in the line with perfectionism. And I'm not a perfectionist. Like I'm not that. I don't. So, and I think, like I said, it was just the stress and the overwhelm of I don't want to mess up. I don't want to lose this. I don't want to go backwards. But you know, over time, with all of my failures and successes and the having to start over, I'm just way more relaxed. You know, I'm just way more like it's gonna work itself out. I'm gonna attract the right people to me. You know, it's just like you know, like it, and it keeps me joyful in what I'm doing, because you know we get to the point to where we're feeling overwhelmed, stressed, and burnt out, and we're gonna be looking for other options. At least that's how I feel. And I'll be trying to look for other options. Like, well, wait a minute, I don't really want to do this. This don't feel good no more. And I know if I'm in it for the long haul, I want it to continue to feel good to me. So yeah, that's what I'm most proud of gaining patience and what I would call serenity. You know, just being, you know, more in tune with my role, and just and really loving it and really being laid back in it.
Wow, that's a fantastic transformation. And it's great that being a digital business strategist and a CEO has made you more relaxed and patient and serene. If
Yeah.
that's if that's the right word here. Outside of being a digital business strategist, a trainer, a coach, and a CEO, what do you like to do in your spare time?
Tennis. Tennis, hang with my daughter. We have two beautiful tennis courts here, and I've had the privilege to play. My daughter even bought her a racket, so she'll get out there with me as well. But tennis, relaxing, reading, hanging with my daughter, traveling to see my dad, those type of things. I like to do like really laid back stuff. And things that have outside seating. I've even went to a Mediterranean place that's not too far from my house, end up loving the food, so things of, just things like that. I'm a really laid back person.
Sounds
I like to
great.
read. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Sounds great. Sounds like you know how to enjoy yourself as well as working unbelievably hard. It sounds like you have the ideal work-life-play balance. Lastly, and I cannot believe we're on the last question already, is there anything else you would like to say that you haven't already in this interview?
I want to tell people to don't think small on social media and to treat it like a tool maybe even the concept of a job, so to say, like make it a must. And when I say don't think small on it, I've met some really great people, the same as, me and you right now. But some of my clients, just some people that I'm talking with now that we're actually going to, partner and do some things virtually. I've met some really great people through social media. And so, don't just think your friends and family, people who know you. Think about all the people that you do not know that you have access to when it comes to social media. The possibility is there that you can meet anybody from anywhere in the world. Now, I've been blessed enough to have a client that's from Canada because of social media. Like working locally, I wouldn't have experienced that unless I would have bumped into them. But social media is such a big world of people online. And so I just would say that, like, not to think small on social media and focus on showing up big so you can attract people to you and not just clients but other opportunities as well to connect. To me, currency right now is in relationships, and I'm pretty sure people are longing to be connected with like-minded people who think like them and feel like them, and they can feel like they can resonate with, and give a virtual high five to, and exchange ideas and just, other type of things. So don't think small on social media and use it as a tool for advancement in your life and business.
And that's all I have for you today, guys. Thank you for watching, and I really hope you have enjoyed this interview with Roberta Nicole. Like, comment, and hit that subscribe button and tell me, what did you think of the interview? Do you agree that Roberta is positive, insightful, and inspiring? In the description below, I have left a link to Roberta's website, Millions with Roberta. If you are a coach, an expert in your field, a consultant, or a leadership executive who thinks big and would like a mastermind with an excellent business strategist with a proven track record of success in order to help you create a strategic plan for your digital product, then Roberta is exactly who you are looking for. Check out her website and get in touch with her now. Moreover, my debut fantasy novella, The Sultan's Daughter, is out. If you are looking for a book that is short, fast-paced, and full of suspense, then check it out. I have left a link for the book in the description below as well. Otherwise, until next time, keep well. Once again, guys, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching my video. I really appreciate it and I hope you've enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button and then you will be the first to receive more awesome content from my channel, and I hope to see you again soon.